right. Welcome to another episode of What's Your Story? And who do we have here with us today?
Elijah.
Elijah?
TGC Beats.
Okay.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, born and raised.
Hey.
Yep.
All right. So I bought Elijah on a platform because I kind of know him through some mutual friends. I know him for engineering. I found out a little bit before this interview he do a little more than that. So
Jack of all trades, you know.
Yeah, say it again.
Jack of all trades.
Yes,
Jack
sir.
Of all trades. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna get into it. Hopefully, from this story, you guys can learn something you never knew before and get inspired to, follow your dreams. All right, so let's go. So, what made you fall in love with music so much that you was like, you know what, I want to create it?
It's interesting because I've always been super in tune with music as a kid, just pointing out weird little details and certain things in songs that I would find in other songs. I can't really give you an example, but I would just see correlations and similarities in a lot of things with music. And then a lot of people don't know this. Skrillex is the reason I wanted to start producing beats.
Really?
Yeah, Skrillex. I first heard Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites by Skrillex. The woman was like, yes, oh my God.
Yeah.
I heard that and I was like, bro, I want to make that. I want to know how he does that. So I went on Google. I looked up what does Skrillex use. I found out it was Ableton Live. And at the time they were on version 8. So I downloaded a free trial of version 8 on my mom's computer.
Yeah.
It was not about to run that program, but I made it work. I was making it work. I was doing everything I could just to be able to figure out how to do that.
Yeah.
And just YouTube tutorials all day. Every time I got on, just trying to figure out something, clicking everything random just to try and see what would happen. YouTube tutorials. And then eventually I got to a point I figured out how to do it. And then just kind of made my own methods. And just went from there. So Skrillex.
So how old were you when you downloaded the program?
I was 13.
You was 13 and you started playing with it?
Yeah.
What was going on?
Yeah, just having fun with it.
Yeah.
And it was terrible. It was bad, bro. It was so bad. I still got these little CDs I burned.
Yeah.
With all my old stuff. My grandma got one, bro.
Oh, word.
Yeah, she still got one.
Grandma
every time I go visit her, she's like, I still got one of them CDs, right? The first 5 songs. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, I got 2 of them.
Oh, see, that's live.
It's real.
That's real support.
That's real.
That's real support.
And she played them too. I was like, Grandma, stop. Stop.
So being that you're a jack of all trades, it sounds like you tried producing first.
Yeah.
What came after producing?
Well, I'll put it like this. I tried to produce electronic music, EDM, dubstep,
Yeah.
house music, trance, whatever, right? And then I realized I wasn't good at it. It's a lot. There's so many layers to it. So I couldn't do it. I just didn't have the expertise yet. So I tried to just make regular beats, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because every time somebody would ask me oh, what kind of music do you make? I couldn't describe it. I didn't really know what to say. Because it didn't sound like what I wanted it to sound like.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, you make beats? I'm like, no. Then I was like, well, you know what? Everybody thinks I make beats. Let me try making beats. And then they still sounded weird. They were still trash.
Yeah.
But it just all that experimentation, it got me to the point where now if I make a beat, it's like a, what's the term? It's like muscle memory. It don't take nothing for me to think of how to make a beat. I got all types of tips, tricks, and methods that I can go through.
Yeah.
But I started with EDM and then I made beats, and that kind of trickled into everything else, recording and engineering and so on and so forth.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So do you play any live instruments for your beats sometimes, or is it usually computer?
No, I never learned how to formally play any instruments. Excuse me. I have a MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
And I can kind of mess around with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I got a feel for it, but I'll never tell anybody I know how to play piano. I don't know how to play piano, but I understand it.
Yeah.
It's and that's just kind of how music is. or like playing a sport. Like once you kind of got a feel for it, you might not be able to break it down 100%, but you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you don't unlearn it. Like once you learn it, you got it.
So when it comes to engineering, which was more difficult to learn, producing or engineering?
I would say engineering because everybody's voice is different. And even then, like everybody's voice is different every time. You're not gonna sound the exact same that you did 2 seconds ago. You can't emulate yourself perfectly. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
I
So
never
you
thought
gotta
about that.
yeah, for real. Like you have to be able to work around like all those imperfections. You know what I mean? Like whereas producing, once you get a formula,
Yeah.
you could just ride that out. You could just stick to that formula. Like think of like Zaytoven.
Yeah.
Bro's been making beats for like 30 years, and they all sound the same.
Okay, he known for
And it's
keys.
fire. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's like, bro, Zaytoven's the GOAT. Like Zaytoven. That's
But I get what you're
the GOAT.
saying. He
But
got
like,
he got a signature sound.
yeah, and
yeah.
it's like a staple, bro. It's a staple. Once you get it, you don't lose it. Like you can stick with it. But with engineering, you got to be able to adapt to like different genres, different voices, different tempos, different all types of stuff. So engineering is definitely more difficult. And I still don't think my engineering is better than my producing because I've been producing for longer. I got way more hours on that than engineering. I mean, I'm nice with it though. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted.
So when it comes to engineering, right? When you're working with an artist, do you go when you hear them and you hear their sound, you can kind of see their idea, but without them telling you their idea for the song, like while they're recording, you can probably visualize like how you want that song to sound. Do you go off your sound or do you go off the artist's sound? Do y'all collab with the sounds?
That's a great question.
Yeah, go back and forth. Like, how does that work?
It all really depends on who I'm working with, but like I feel like where my mind goes when I listen to music, something new rather, is like, what can I compare it to? And if I can compare it to something, I'll be like, I'll try and do a mix like that. If I can't compare it to anything, at that point it's just vibes.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, what can I do to make this my style of mixing?
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I mean, but it also still kind of depends on like who it is. So like I mix a lot of caustic stuff. I mix all of caustic stuff.
Yeah.
And like when he sends me something and it sounds like this song that he's made, that song, that song. If it sounds like them last 10 songs that I mixed, I'm gonna probably mix it the same way.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It fits under that umbrella. But if he sends me some like off the wall style stuff, I'm gonna be like, oh, whoa. All right, I gotta approach this a little different. Yeah. Does it sound like this artist? Does it sound like any artist I know? And if it doesn't, does he have an artist that he thinks it sounds like? And if A and B are out the window, we go to C, and that's just vibes. Like we just gotta feel it out and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any pet peeves with working with artists?
Like, give me an example.
Like
give me a situation.
Okay. Situation like sometimes, you know, depending on who you're working with, everybody's different. You got those artists that like to come in kind of messed up, you know what I'm saying?
Or
people who do like take
automatic,
or people who do like take after take after take. Because you know, some people they're prepared when they go in the studio. They write before, they memorize it. Some people just freelance, freestyle. They want you to they want to punch in, anything like that.
Coming in messed up, like to a session, like off your ass. No, that's a pet peeve. Because it's like if you trying to work. Like, I mean, I get like having a little smoke, a little drink, get the vibe right. That's one thing. But like, I've been in sessions where like niggas would get messed up, trashed, messy. And they're like, yo, bro, let me record. Like, no. No. like, no, man, what do you mean? And then you let them record. And it's a whole bunch of nonsense. So it's just like, that's a pet peeve for sure. But like, coming unprepared isn't really a pet peeve because like some people just work better unprepared. They just go in and they do what they do. Like I mean like I look at it like sometimes I record my own songs and I'll have a whole thing written down, and I don't even like half of it. So I'll just do the first half that I liked, and then I'm just like, I'll come back to this another day.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like in that zone. I'm in a mode where I made the beat and I recorded it in an hour.
Yeah.
No, nothing written down, nothing planned, just like it's just flow state, just went out it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so I don't. That's not really a pet peeve, but definitely like, bro, just don't get drunk and try and no, bro. Like, no.
Yeah.
Simply put. But yeah, nah, I don't really got pet peeves like that though.
What's the kind of lost my train of thought there real quick. Hold on.
It'd be like that.
You get it right. Oh, you have any engineers you look up to?
Engineers that I look up to.
Because you know, some people they go back and study. Some people just do their own thing, find out about it later. You know what I'm saying?
The thing about engineers, like, you don't really know who
you don't
they
really
are.
know too. Boy, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, some people study. You really
like
I know
of some, like Mike Dean, like he's done a lot of like Kanye's work, Travis Scott too, and like a lot of production stuff. Like the whole Yeezus album, like Mike Dean like executively produced that.
Yeah.
Like all those like synth sounds and stuff that they were getting from like artists in Europe and getting these synthesizer tables. Like there's a whole look into like the creation of Yeezus, bro. Mike Dean went crazy.
Word.
Mike Dean went crazy. Sound design is crazy. Or like Highest in the Room by Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Like that ending part, like that's like Mike Dean's like signature synthesizer sound. Like, and he's been doing that since Yeezus. Probably before that. Mike Dean's a name I could definitely think of off top, but like other than that, I don't really like know the engineers.
You know what's funny? I can tell, like, going back to what you first said when we started talking, I can tell you really do study the details.
Oh, dude. I'm super intricate, bro.
Yeah, you really do study the details.
I have to. If I don't, I feel like I'm not really enjoying it. Like that's definitely part of the process for me. I'm so critical, super, super critical, super analytical.
Yeah. Do you work in a studio?
Nah, I got my like bedroom studio. Like,
have you ever tried to work in the studio before, or have you have you created anything in the studio before?
My uncle, well, not really my uncle, but like, black people. But my uncle, he had a studio for a minute. It was here on the beach, and he was like trying to recruit me. It was weird. Like he was like, yeah, I could have you in here 7 days out the week, nephew. You don't got to work no job. Just come in here, record. I get you paid, yada yada. And I was like, all right, cool. And he was like, yeah, but you got to use this program and use this equipment that I'm giving. Like, he was like, you can't bring none of your own stuff. We gonna use my stuff. And I was just like, I don't know how to use none of this stuff.
Yeah.
So like, you either got to teach me or it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But he's not a good teacher.
Got you.
He's like he had the stuff and he knew how to do it, but like he didn't know how to teach it. So like it just kind of fell through. And like I don't know, like studios just got like I got a bad taste for studios. Like I'm just like I don't know, because if I could just make it at home, why do I have to go to a studio to do all that?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
I like, and on top of that, like I'll even tell people, like I've had so many like people hit me up just trying to start out, trying to like, yo, I want to try producing, I want to try rapping, I want to try yada yada yada, and they're just like, yo, like I want to like get in a session with you and yada yada, and I'm like, dude, I don't have a studio, this is my room, like, but I could send you some YouTube tutorial videos because that's what I did. I could send you a whole list of like equipment you could get for yourself at home, low budget, good quality stock. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather give people the keys than try and like be some guru. I feel like, and that's gonna pay off in the end anyway. Like if I'm sitting here like fake guru, let me show you the ways, bro. Let me show you the ways, little bro. I'm not trying to little bro you.
Yeah.
Let me give you the keys so you could, like it took me X amount of years to get to where I'm at, like, just like talent wise. I could give you the keys and you could head start that shit.
Yeah.
It don't got to take you 10 years to like feel like you really getting good. It could take you 2. Yeah. Because I got you. You know what I'm saying?
You rather teach someone how to fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't about to
see that. I feel like we need more people like that. Bro.
Yeah.
Like
Real talk.
For real, like we shot some stories and stuff, and people be like, they talk about gatekeeping in certain industries and different things like that.
Yeah.
And then, that's a real thing, bro. And it's like, man, they're really trying to hold you out instead of teaching you how to fish and giving you keys to be successful.
I ain't
bro.
about to gatekeep nothing, bro. I'm the gate. I'm gonna open it, bro. Like, come on in, man. Come on in.
See, that's live. See, that's live.
I mean, I don't know. I've always been like a down to earth person. So like when it comes to something that I feel so passionately about, it don't feel right for me to be like, yeah, let me get some money out of you so I can show you things. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
You came to me for the knowledge that you could Google. Yeah. I'm flattered. Here you go. Like, for real. Like, you could have Googled everything that you're asking me, but you came to me to ask.
Yeah.
That's respect. I'm flattered. I'm honored. Hey, here's a list of all the equipment you need, bro. I'm not about to sit here and babysit you, but like I'll help you out.
All right, what's some artists you enjoy engineering for?
I really don't engineer for a lot of people, but like most of my engineering is Mike because he just has the most music. Like he just has such a catalog.
Y'all might be a dynamic duo.
Oh, absolutely,
type
bro.
thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I've known bro since we were 5. Like,
oh yeah,
like
from Sandbox type.
Yeah, like we're brothers. Like I don't really. He's not a friend to me. Like that's like my brother. Like we're that close. So like definitely dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Some artists that I would like to engineer for though.
Yeah.
Like for sure, I would love to engineer for Thug. What? Like I just wanna like I don't even have to be in the session. Like I just want to hear what vocals are getting sent to me and just be like, what the fuck? This is what he sound like without auto-tune? Like, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like I would love to hear like Thug's raw vocals or like Wayne. Like Wayne for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to engineer for Wayne. I don't know. I would engineer for anybody. I'm not gonna lie. But like that, like off top, like those two for sure. I would love to engineer.
Thug is a good one.
Yeah.
Thug is a good one.
Like it's just
Thug had to grow on me. I ain't gonna lie.
Thug had to grow on me, and I was there from the jump. I was like, bro, like I was like one of the first people like making fun of his music.
Facts.
Like
I didn't get it.
I was like, why you sound like a squirrel? And then I just kept listening. I was like, my diamonds, they say Pikachu. They go like, oh yeah, that's kind of hard. It's like, damn, it's kind of smooth. Like Thug had to grow on me. But that's why I want to mix with him. Like that would be so dope to engineer Thug's songs, like, because he's just off the wall every time. Like it's just weird.
I can definitely see how he can make engineers better.
Yeah,
I can see that. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
There was this one story that one of his engineers was telling. He was like, bro, like Thug had to turn in the album, and he had like 24 hours. So they sent me all the final versions, and I got them all done. I got them mixed, mastered, everything, sent them back. Thug's people hit me up and said, "Yo, he just changed the verse on track 7." And it was 5 minutes before, like 5 minutes before like the submission time. And it's like, he's like, what? Like, what do you mean? I can't change it. Like it's already submitted. And he's like, dude, he changed the verse, bro. I don't know what to tell you. He changed the verse. Go ahead, fix it. Like I wouldn't want to work for that. But like that's kind of the nature of it. It's like you never know what he's gonna do. It's just wild. Like
I like that.
I mean it might be crazy, it might be stressful, but like it's an experience. Yeah. Because you're gonna learn from that. Yeah. You're gonna be like, dang, what other rappers do this shit?
Hell yeah. So we know you produce. Yep. We know you engineer. Yeah. You talked a little bit about writing when you was answering those questions. Yeah. So you pick up that mic too? You record too?
Yeah. So I started producing at 13. I started recording when I was 18. And I would say I formally started engineering when I was 19, 20. Yeah. Cause like them first 2 years of me recording was just kind of figuring it out, getting the feel for things. Yeah. Like technically I was engineering, but I would never be like, yo, hey, I mix and master. Yeah. It wasn't even close to that. But I first started recording when I was 18 and I'm 24 now. So like I've I've been recording for 6 years now. But yeah, it kind of happened naturally because I'd always been like drawn to poetry. Um, and then I was drawn to making beats, and then it just kind of like eventually, yeah,
one and the same.
yeah. Eventually, it was just like it actually like it was like an epiphany. Just one day, I was like, bro, why don't I just rap? Like, what am I doing? Like, why don't I just rap?
Yeah.
And then I bought like a $70 mic and the XLR cable, little cheap little interface, and I was just like, all right, cool. This is all I need.
Yeah.
And I figured it out.
When you first started recording yourself, did you like your own voice?
No.
Because I hear so many people say, like, bro, I hated my voice, you know?
Nah, but like, all right, I mean, y'all hear how I sound now. If I showed y'all how I sounded when I was 18, 19, 20, y'all would never believe me. Y'all would be like, no way, that's you. Like, you could ask Caustic, like one day he was like, bro, your voice getting deep, bro. And he's got a deep voice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, your voice getting deep. And I was like, is it? It is. Like, I can feel it. But like, no, I hated my voice when I first started, bro. Like, I used to put auto-tune on that shit. Max settings. Like, bro, like that T-Pain auto-tune, that like it was bad. It was bad. But what's really cool is that it taught me how to sing better because I would hear all the imperfections because I had the autotune on max, so it was doing is hardest. Like it was turned the fuck up, so it was like trying to correct everything.
I can see what you're saying.
So I would go and do another take, and I'd be like, oh, it's messed up right there. Let me try this, so that way it doesn't mess up. Yeah. And then eventually I just got better at singing because I was trying to work around the autotune. Then when I turned the autotune down and I just went at it, I was like, oh, like I got it now. I'm getting it, you know? So yeah, but I hated my voice.
How would you describe your sound of your music? If you could compare it to anybody, how would you describe your sound?
Most people, I've never been able to pinpoint anybody, but most people when I show them, at least my early stuff, they're like, oh, you kind of rap like Uzi. Maybe.
I gotta check some of that out.
I'll show you some. Like, but like a lot of people just say I sound like Uzi, but I think it's because most of my stuff I rap in like triplets, like so like, and that's how Uzi rap. And he goes, you know.
Okay.
So like I sound like Uzi. Yeah. But I think now at this point, especially with my voice changing and stuff, like and the newer stuff I've been making, I sound like Future, and I'm not even trying to like be like bold when I say that. Like I really like, I sound like Future. I actually, I could like you heard Cardi's new voice, like the deep voice. Like Cardi. I can do that to a T. I swear to God, I can do that like perfectly.
Word.
Like put him in Lucy's sound. I'm even like Lucy's sound. Like I swear to God,
that boy got an AI voice.
Yo, like I've been doing voice impressions and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even want to. That's a rabbit hole. I got so many voices I could do. I'm not even gonna do that right now.
So with that flow, you said, you know that Uzi does the triplet flow.
Yeah.
I guess I would say that. Yeah. Who do you believe originated that?
Wow, that's a rabbit hole too. Cause really,
I ain't gonna lie, I love music. I love music.
It goes all the way back to 3 6 Mafia. All the way back. Lord Infamous.
Oh,
Lord Infamous, bro.
Hey, talk to him.
Like, and if you go down a rabbit hole, like you'll see how it all trickles down. Like, I think even 2 Chainz said it in one of the songs. He was like, got this flow from Migos. Migos got it from blank, and blank got it from 3 6. And like everybody was like, huh? But like, you know, everybody who was listening was probably like 12. So
bro, for you to be the age that you are and say that answer, bro, that made me so happy.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, bro, you really are a detailed guy, right?
I study, bro.
Bro, that's fire, bro.
I have to study. I feel like that just enhances what I do. Like if I have more knowledge on it, it just makes it easier, or like I get a better product out of what I'm trying to do. just because I understand more.
And this just I'm gonna just say this. I'm going off 3-6, but even like Project Pat, like he got his own flow where everybody like that's Project
It's
Pat.
the Project
If
Pat
anybody
flow.
else do that, they got that from
It's the Project Pat flow. Juicy J uses, but that's like I think that's
his brother. Yeah,
they're literally brothers. Like,
yeah.
So it's just it makes sense.
Yeah,
3-6 really kind of started like everything.
Yeah,
in a way, like style wise, like they started a lot of stuff.
See, that's fire.
A lot. But then like Migos invented the flow. Like they invented it.
So where do you see yourself in 10 years? When it comes to the music, man?
I'll be 34, 35 in 10 years. I mean, I don't know. Not even about the bullshitness. I don't know. That's 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, the earth might not be here. Nah, it'll be here in 10 years. But like, you know what I'm like, man, we got Trump might be president again. I don't know what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? 10 years? I could maybe tell you 2. Yeah. I could maybe tell you 2 years, but 10 is crazy.
Yeah.
Where I like to see myself in 10 years though, for sure, is just like I would like to have a studio in my home, like a fleshed out studio where it's like a whole separate room, just whole separate area of the house type shit. Where like if you want to come through and record, like okay, cool, just hit me up. Like I'm not like I was saying earlier. I'm not like I'm trying to, my words all jumbled up. I'd rather teach you how to fish, right?
Yeah.
Than give you, or you know what I'm saying? I'd rather teach you how to fish than give you the fish to eat. So like I would probably have more like exclusive list of clientele, like just close friends and fam that make music and are really serious about it and they know me and they're tapped in with me. Like I'm not trying to have like a bunch of like emails and DMs like, yo, I need this, I need that. Like it ain't even about that for me. It ain't about that. Cause I can make the money off of this and other facets, like other fashions and stuff. Like I don't have to get an email list of 500 cold clients like that. I could, like it ain't even about all that. Like I just rather like keep it in the circle.
Yeah.
Like in a way.
That's one thing I will give you your flowers on, because I know a little bit more, because I know you outside of this a little bit.
Yeah.
But like the thing you and your group got going on, you know what I'm saying? I just love to see that in person, because you hear a lot of success stories with, rappers or people just in any entertainment industry. Like a lot of people, it's become like the new thing to come up with your crew. And I like that. Like everybody in the crew do something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But it's all towards one goal.
Exactly.
Like I just love to see it in person.
I appreciate
what I'm saying? I do love to see that in person.
It's like in real time. You
you hear about it, but to actually see it,
it's cool.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like,
and I think it's cool that we can do that for people. Like we are the influence. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think it's really cool that we can do that. Like this ain't because like, oh yeah, we don't show y'all everything. Like we don't put all y'all. We not Lil Bro and everybody. Like we're just here to showcase ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Like in unison though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so when people hit us up about A, we tell them, oh, B and C did that too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's
like,
fire.
It's not just like, oh, Cossack drop. It's like Cossack drop and Dom filmed it and Q did the artwork and I did the engineering.
Yeah, see, that's fire.
It's like we all got a part in this. We all got a part in it.
See, I love that, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So, as a tradition, everybody should know about now. They've been watching us for a minute. Look into that camera there. Leave us with any motivating or inspirational words to, motivate or inspire anybody. Pretty much it.
You might have to edit some of this. I got to think for a second.
It don't even got to be nothing deep, nothing super deep.
Some inspiration to leave y'all with.
Or anybody that may be in the same field as you, trying to learn just anything.
For anybody that wants to make music, stop being scared. Spend that little money. It's worth the investment. Even if you don't do nothing with the music, it's a good outlet. It's healthy. You don't got to go outside and like kill frogs and shit. You know, you can get rid of all that violent nonsense and just make some music, bro. Like, you know, all the like you don't gotta punch a hole in the wall, just record a song or something. And most importantly, this goes for everybody. Just be yourself. Be yourself. You don't gotta be nobody else. Just be yourself. And then when you find out how to do that, learn how to be better than yourself. Just keep it going. You don't gotta fake nothing. Just be you, bro. Be you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love that. All right, and that wraps up another episode of What's Your Story?